Broadcasting live from the moon and back, this is The Coin Chat, the most trusted voice for all things cryptocurrency. Each week we dissect an important issue and cut through the noise and misinformation out there in the world of blockchain, cryptocurrency, and ICOs, capturing the facts that truly matter to you that will give you an edge in this fast-moving emerging market. The who, what, where, when, and how of what you need to know in crypto to get ahead so you don't get left behind. Now here are your co-hosts, financial and crypto experts Yuri Cataldo and Steve Good.
Hey, this is Steve Good.
And Yuri Cataldo.
Back once again on the Coin Chat to cut through the tricks and trades of cryptocurrency to tell you what really matters on our Halloween special episode with our special guest, Kaimin Hu from Bitmart, COO. Kaimin, welcome to the show. Really, really happy to have you.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Yuri. Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you all.
Yeah,
Thank you.
So today we really wanted to get into kind of the nuts and bolts of tricks and trades because, as of course we know, it's very important to help all of our listeners understand what's happening in the world of the crypto exchanges. It's a whole space we've really never talked about on the show. So
Certainly.
yeah, we just wanted to get some ideas as to what's happening in the crypto world. However, before we do that, I've got something special I'm going to share with everybody, which of course, Kaimin, thank you for sharing this with us. I'm going to share
Certainly,
my screen.
our pleasure.
We are going to do something that's come from, because it's Halloween, I have to say this, Yuri, I apologize right now, and to all our listeners, I apologize. But we have something from all the Bitmarters, because it's Halloween, so we've got the top 10 Bitmarters who have created their own trick-or-trade charts, and we're going to share those charts with everybody now so we can have a quick look, and basically we're going to have a quick vote on which one we think is the best. We're not going to vote on them now, but we're going to show them to you now. And Yuri and Kaimin, of course, I'd love your comments on these 10 charts that people have created. So, anything you want to say about this, please.
Wait, are we judging them based on artistic merit or creativity?
we didn't define the criteria, and I don't think
It's okay. The way you
remember,
want.
they are Bitmarters on Halloween, so we've got to
Right.
leave it as it is. So the best martyr, I guess, would be the best way of voting. We won't vote now. I just wanted to show them all to everybody now. We can have a look.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
This is the first one. Happy Halloween, Bitmart, with kind of a chart hiding there someplace. Oh, there are the charts in there.
There is. I see no charts. Oh, okay. It's
No,
hidden
there's
in
a
the
chart.
back.
It's hidden. They're hidden very well. Here's our next
Okay.
one with a, I don't know what this creature is, but it's very
It's
scary.
like a scary Pac-Man, basically. Try to put
Scary
all those-
Scary
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man. I like it.
We've got hidden
Yeah.
chart.
Yeah, I guess.
Scary Pac-Man, followed
Yep.
by Make Halloween Great Again, which,
Wow.
okay. That's
That's a
followed
very
by
fantastic.
our next one, Trick or Trade. Hey, there you go. They already understand what's going on here. So this is a great Bitmarter from what I see. Amazing diagram.
Yeah.
With a,
Yeah.
someone who's definitely into death.
Yeah, basically cut all those green bars.
Oh, yeah. So tell us about harvesting then. So, you talked to us about, before we move on, tell us about harvesting in a minute. Let's just get through these and let's talk about harvesting afterwards.
Yeah. So basically, what happened, previously in the crypto world, and also happening, it's a very popular Chinese term. Say basically harvesting all the chives, because as you can see, from the chart, the candlestick chart, it's basically attracting people to invest. So you can see all those green bars growing like one by one. Looks like a lot of chives growing very healthy, very strong. And at the end of the day, because of because of something, at the end of the day it will drop like so sudden. And we all know what's going on. So that's why basically it's cutting all chives away. So that's why we call it harvesting.
So that's
Some people have harvesting.
So that's the Grim Reaper. That's called the Grim Reaper harvest.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because it's Halloween. Okay, so now we're going to jump back over and look at the rest of it.
Yeah, that's a very popular Chinese term. Everybody in the Chinese circle, in the Chinese crypto circle, they know about the term harvesting.
About getting harvested.
Okay, so that was where we left off, was the harvesting image. And then next we've got the pumpkins.
The pumpkins, yeah.
Then we've got this amazing drawing of some sort of a wolf.
It's a werewolf
A werewolf, that's right. Yeah, of course.
who's eaten all the things.
Yeah. Followed by Bob's Your Uncle? I don't know who that is.
That's Freddy Krueger.
It's Freddy Krueger. That's a good embarrassing moment number one on the show. Not my last embarrassing moment. Where's the turkey one? We don't have a turkey coin in here anywhere, Yuri. And then we've got the ghost in the graveyard.
Yeah.
Ghost in the graveyard. That's like a game you play as a kid, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Why they put the Bitcoin on a tombstone? I mean, it doesn't make sense.
Well, it should
He's
have been
haunting Bitcoin.
No, I think he was trying to say it's a BMX token for the Bitmarters. Oh, not very funny. I know. And then we've got some ghosts and bats. I'll move on quickly before Kaimin hangs up on the show on us today.
Yep.
And then some sort of a evil face. Okay.
Yeah.
So park that in your guys' minds, because we're going to come back to that at the end of the show. We're going to vote on what we think is the best one. It may not be the best one according to the Bitmarter community. I'm sorry, guys. I am calling you guys Bitmarters today, and you probably really don't appreciate it. I could have called you Bitmartians, but it's not Space Day or Halloween. So, anyway.
Wow.
Why are we actually here? So, Kaimin, actually, before we get too far off track, because it's a silly Halloween episode, we'd like to hear a little bit about what's happening in the world of exchanges. I mean, there's like 250 plus exchanges, another one launching every week. Do we need this many exchanges is my first question. And is it justified given the fact that we've seen, fewer ICOs raising money over the last 6 months, and yet we're seeing exchanges popping up left, right, and center? What's the junction we're going to hit where this thing's going to, potentially lead to some exchanges shutting down? Or where are we in the exchange world on that side of things?
Yeah. So certainly happy to share. So from my aspect, basically, we should starting this from at the very beginning. Say at the very beginning, the people have fancy and also so a lot of zealot jump into crypto. But the thing is, they really don't have a deep understanding of what crypto is. Mm-hmm. But mostly it's basically just because of the FOMO, fear of missing out. So they, people are having, kind of like all in crypto, all in Bitcoin, kind of, stuff coming out. So a lot of people come in without enough domain knowledge. So that's why, the last year's pump or the last year's, frenzy was kind of going too crazy. It's not really, it's not like, not really healthy for the ecosystem, but it's actually, trying to, having more people to come down and, to see what's exactly the blockchain, the Bitcoin, from academically and theoretically to see what's actually going on. Because if that's never happened before, we won't, come down to see the educational and also academical part of the Bitcoin. Right. So now these days, because as I said, a lot of people are getting harvested, and so finally we come down and working into the more technical and a more litigation side of the crypto world. And so now we do see a lot of ICOs are like a spam or scams, and certainly there's a lot. So that's why people, since they they are getting harvested or say getting cheated. Yeah. So now they finally have some idea on what is the ICO and what is a good ICO, what is bad, and they can very calm. They can understand what's exactly going on. Yeah. So then we come down and talk about the academic and also educational part of the crypto stuff. Right. And then, but somehow for some reason, a lot of exchanges are up and rising because for several parts. Because first is a lot of people see a crypto exchange as a casino, the place we actually come buy and gamble, especially institutionals and personals, or even somewhere in between institutional and the personal, some funds or personal funds, family funds. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, at the end of the day, it won't always be a casino. It has to be, an exchange is supposed to be a very important role in the as educational and also like evangelist to having people, having the traders and having all the everybody, having people to understand what exactly a crypto is. Because a crypto exchange or exchange, it's a portal to spread out all the information and also collecting a lot of projects and the traffics on us. So it's very important for exchange to be a very important say character inside inside the circle. Right. But as you can see, people have a lot of different thoughts on crypto, saying a lot of, should be going decentralized. A lot should be going centralized, like DEX versus CEX. It used to be a very, still now, it's still in a very hot topic people are fighting for. But at the end of the day, what we see, is, it should be, very balanced. Just like, Chinese yin yang, kind of, theory say, each contains on each other. So
the
you
black
keep
and the
balance.
white and everything has to be in balance.
Yes. So
There's
DEX
no right or wrong
contains,
answer to a centralized versus a decentralized exchange. They both have a place in this, and there will always be balance because we need both, is what you're saying.
yes, exactly. And also so does, the decentralization to the world again. I mean, no matter what, at the end of the day, we do need a decentralization. But if everything is decentralized, it's not gonna, completely bring benefits to the world. Just like, if it's all centralized. So at the end of the day, it's always the balance for, for our, no matter crypto or the real world, it will be, decentralized and centralized. Not really fighting with each other, it becomes fighting and compromising, fighting, compromising, all again and again, like Tai Chi, kind of,
Oh, nice. I like that example. So, I mean, are you concerned at all that there's, too many exchanges now and that we're going to see a reduction in those because they've cropped up, as you said, they jumped on the bandwagon, they got excited, but there's just so many now, and I just can't see how that's sustainable.
Yes, they are. It's so most of the, as I said previously, most of the people open up exchange because they only see one part of exchange, which is, wow, that looks like a very nice casino. I'm gonna, do an exchange and get something. Okay. That's, partially of the motivation. But at the end of the day, the truth is, during our current businesses or also other exchanges as well, since more people came down, so less people actually crazily voting or investing into those ICOs. So a lot of ICOs, they don't actually have a lot of enough fund to invest in on listing and marketing and the PR stuff.
Right.
So that's why a lot of exchanges, I mean, say especially for those very small exchanges, they charge super high, but they can't do anything on the crypto. They can't bring any benefit to the projects. So at the end of the day, they turn out to be, they don't have any, projects actually to be listed. I mean, good projects to be listed because the good projects, they also understand, they also do due diligence on the exchanges as well. They will pick their ranking to align with their ecosystem at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. So in that case, the tidal wave will ties out all those small and those exchanges with no criteria for listing.
Right. Yeah.
So at the end of the day.
So I've seen a lot of that, which you and I have spoken about previously, is a lot of exchanges that are charging free or one bid
free listing,
two to get listing, but there's no due diligence process. There's no really criteria for acceptance. And OK Exchange this week announced 50 trade pairs being delisted because they weren't good enough. And those 50 trade pairs are probably going to find their way onto one of those cheap exchanges now, who will
exactly
trade volume. But what you're suggesting is we're actually starting to see a segregation of exchanges by quality, and we're seeing that more now probably than ever before. So either you're a high quality one and you go straight to the mid tier or high end exchanges, or you don't want to spend the money or you don't have the money and you go to a cheap one and then you try to move up if you don't get delisted. That's
exactly.
It's an interesting segregation taking place. I didn't realize it was to that extreme, but it's interesting. So it says there's still room for some of the cheap ones, but obviously not for as many as there are now because it's just too many.
Yeah, but for those in cheap ones or say free listing ones, but the thing is, there's no volume and there's no traffic.
No.
And that's actually only say, okay, I give you a fake listing, and not really fake. Like I give you a listing. It's just like you post something on Facebook, but no one care. It's just like a very small small ones. It's not like say a huge bank is posting something. They have a lot of followers.
Yeah.
So it's not going to bring any real value to the crypto community.
So let me ask a related question, but something that I think a lot of our listeners would like to understand, and it's something that people talk about all the time. It's called fake volume. So
fake volume. Yeah.
What's Bitmart's position on fake volume, and how do we as users who are looking at exchanges understand the reality? What's